Discover the 5 secrets to finding purpose. After 70. What if turning 70 isn't the beginning of the end, but the start of something deeper, something more personal, more meaningful, more yours? So many people hit this age and quietly ask themselves, what now? After decades spent working, raising a family, helping others, the silence can feel unfamiliar. You're no longer needed the way you once were. Routines shift, roles fade, and suddenly you're left with time, but not always direction. But here's the truth. Purpose doesn't retire. It evolves. And discovering your purpose after 70 isn't about going backward, it's about going inward. This chapter of life can be your most powerful yet, if you know where to look. In this video, we'll explore 5 simple but profound secrets to help you find or rediscover purpose after 70. Not to keep busy, but to feel alive, connected, and deeply at peace. And before we begin, take a moment to subscribe. We're building a thoughtful community of wise, open-hearted adults who believe that aging can be meaningful, not just manageable. Let us begin with the first secret: letting go of the pressure to matter the way you used to. Your worth isn't tied to productivity, titles, or who depends on you. In fact, the freedom from those roles is where new purpose begins. When you release the need to prove your value, you start to see it was never in what you did. It was always in who you are. This isn't about doing more. It's about being more present with what matters to you now. Now that you've released the pressure to define your value by old roles, here is the second secret. Turn your attention inward and get curious about what brings you peace, not just purpose. After 70, the question shifts from "what should I do?" to "what makes me feel whole?" This is your invitation to reconnect with your inner compass, not society's checklist. Ask yourself, when do I feel most at ease? What activities, environments, or people bring a quiet smile to my face, even when no one's watching? For some, it's walking through the garden before the world wakes up. For others, it's music, writing, painting, prayer. It could be something simple, like a warm cup of tea or a moment of reflection under the sun. This kind of peace isn't a luxury. It's a signal. It tells you you're on the right path. The more you follow it, the more aligned you become with a purpose that doesn't need to impress anyone. It just needs to feel right to you. And in that peace, something powerful grows. Clarity. You begin to see where your energy belongs now and what no longer deserves space in your life. Remember, you are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time to rediscover what makes your life feel truly yours. The third secret to finding purpose after 70 is this: reconnect with your story, then decide what comes next. You've lived through decades of experiences. Some joyful, some painful, all meaningful. But too often, we move forward without ever looking back with care. We remember the facts, but forget the power of our own resilience, wisdom, and growth. Now is the time to revisit your story, not to get stuck in the past, but to draw strength from it. What challenges shaped you? What lessons did you learn the hard way? What dreams were left behind and still whisper to you when it's quiet? One powerful exercise. Write a letter to your younger self. Tell them what you've learned, what mattered most, what wasn't worth the worry. You might be surprised at how healing it feels, and how it reawakens a sense of purpose rooted in reflection, not regret. From this space of self-awareness, you can begin to shape your next chapter intentionally. Purpose after 70 isn't a T about filling a schedule. It's about choosing how you want your time, energy, and presence to feel. Your story isn't over. In fact, this might be the first time you're writing it fully for you. The fourth secret to finding purpose after 70 is both gentle and powerful. Use your life to lift others, but only in ways that feel light, not heavy. At this stage, giving doesn't have to be grand. It just needs to be true. You've already given so much in your life, your time, your energy, your care. But now, you have the chance to give from a place of wisdom, not obligation. To share what you know, not because you must, but because it feels good. Maybe it's mentoring someone younger, volunteering in a way that lights you up, having a heartfelt conversation that someone needed more than you realized. Even your simple presence, Your calm, your patience, your steady voice can bring comfort in a chaotic world. Purpose often hides in small, quiet acts, and when those acts come from your heart, not out of guilt or duty, they renew you too. They remind you that your voice still matters, that your experience still holds value, that your presence still makes a difference. But here's the key. You get to set the boundary. If it drains you, it's not purpose. If it energizes you, even in small ways, that's the path to follow. Your purpose doesn't have to save the world. Sometimes, it just needs to save a moment. And now, the fifth and final secret to finding purpose after 70. Treat joy like a compass, not a reward. For too long, many of us were taught that joy comes after the work is done. After the bills are paid, the kids are raised, the responsibilities fulfilled. But what if joy isn't something you earn? It's something you follow. At 70 and beyond, you have something many people only dream of, the freedom to choose how your time feels. Use that gift to follow what lifts you up, what makes you laugh, feel inspired, or simply at ease. These aren't distractions, they're directions. Joy is not frivolous, it's fuel. It keeps your spirit light, your heart open, and your mind engaged. And when you follow it, you begin to notice your life feels more purposeful, not because you're busy, but because you're alive. So take the class, grow the flowers, dance alone in the kitchen, call the friend, say the thing you've been holding in for too long. This is your time, and your joy doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It just has to feel real to you. Because after everything you've given, survived, learned, and built, your purpose now is simple but powerful: to live fully, freely, and on your own terms.